Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over. A couple of new events are now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We also have some pretty big rumors to go over regarding the next trailer for Legends EA. There's a lot of things to take a look at today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, the second round of summer events are now live in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This time around, it is the 7-star Dondozo raid and also the shiny boosted Tatsugiri raid outbreaks as well. So we have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Mighty Dondozo 7-star raid event has now begun. The Tatsugiri mass outbreak event is also live. They both run until the 8th of August, 23:59 UTC, which of course is the date where we potentially might be seeing some Pokemon Presents action. So let's take a look at these events. So in regards to the Tatsugiri event, it is a shiny boosted event, 0.5% shiny rate. All of the mass outbreak events during this kind of summer of events are going to be shiny boosted. Just the outbreaks, not the raids. Of course, we'll have to wait and see if Gimmighoul is going to be boosted or not, or if it's still going to be like 1 in 4,100 or whatever it was in the last kind of raid situation with that. But either way, these are the different Tatsugiri forms and where they appear. So Tatsugiri's curly form will be appearing in Paldea, obviously 0.5% shiny rate. We have the droopy form, which will be appearing in the Kitakami region, and then as well as that, we'll have the stretchy form appearing in the Blueberry Academy region. So like I say, you can get all three forms of Tatsugiri, all their shiny forms as well, very, very easy. I'm assuming a lot of you guys did the Pikachu, Raichu, Pichu event and saw how easy it was to get shinies. It's the exact same for Tatsugiri this time around. So I definitely recommend it, because then you won't have to shiny hunt all the forms later on down the line. I'm definitely going to be doing it because I do need the two other Tatsugiri forms. So that's that event. We also have the 7-star Dondozo raid event as well. Apparently it's one-shottable with Miraidon. I'm not really too sure. I don't really take much notice of the 7-star raid events now because it just doesn't really interest me that much. But either way, Dondozo is going to have the Unaware ability. It's going to have the Water Terra type. It can't be shiny, and the moves are Wave Crash, Order Up, Earthquake, Avalanche, and the additional moves are Yawn and Curse. You do get Herba Mystica for defeating the 7-star raid, and then these are kind of the different things that it does at certain points in the raid battle. But that's the 7-star Dondozo raid. Those are the Tatsugiri outbreaks, and those are live until the 8th of August at 23:59 UTC. So that's that. Moving on, we do have some new rumors to go over. Two new rumors to go over today from 4chan. One regarding the next trailer for Legends EA, which is apparently going to be taking place on the 17th of August, and the other one just kind of going over general information, the ride Pokemon, starters, stuff like that. So obviously these were both posted on 4chan, so take them with a massive grain of salt. I do think we will get a trailer next month, whether that be in a potential presents in the first week, whether it be at Worlds in the second week, or whether it be at Gamescom in the third week. But that's just 3 different chances to get news. So I'm very, very hopeful that we will be getting something regarding Legends EA next month. Anyway, this is the trailer rumor. So it's titled by Anonymous. It's posted by Anonymous. It's not got any titles, and it was posted on the 25th of August. So yesterday, 25th of July, should I say? It says next trailer of Pokemon ZA 17th of August. So you'll work for the Flair's Lumiose City urban redevelopment plan. I really hope it's not like Team Flair again. Again, whether this is posted in, like, whether this takes place in the future or in the past. If it's in the past, I hope it's not Team Flair. If it's in the future, it also doesn't really make sense to be Team Flair either, because obviously we stopped them in the events of X and Y. So yeah, for it to be Team kind of Flair again, it would be a little bit, I don't know, just change up a little bit. I know we had the Diamond and the Pearl clan in Legends Arceus, but that wasn't really an evil team in Diamond and Pearl. So that's why I don't think we should really be having the Flair team. They could definitely have something else instead of that name. The starters are apparently going to be Snivy, Scorbunny, and Piplup. Again, this is the trio that you'll be seeing all over the place. Either those, or, you know, instead of Scorbunny, it could be Litten, or, you know, Torchic, or it'll be the Generation 6 starters as well. That just seems to be what everybody is fixated on. It could be something completely different. They could go to the Gen 2, 5, 7 kind of route like they did with Legends Arceus, and they could do, like, I don't know, Chikorita, Tepig, and Popplio, or something like that. We really don't know. The only reason we're kind of expecting it to be these three is because they all have pretty big French connotations. But again, it could be completely against that. We just don't know. It then says a lot of management gameplay linked to the city's progression. So I'd kind of expect that anyway. The more we complete the city, the more we can do, the more places we can kind of see. Like, maybe there's going to be, like, blocked off places that we can't access when we start the game, but once we, I guess, build a certain part of the city, we'll then be able to access it. It's just things like that. I don't think we'll be able to go around all the city as soon as we jump into the game. I think we're definitely going to have to build certain parts, and then it makes other places available. A little bit like how Lumiose was when we first went there in X and Y. Like, obviously, you can't go everywhere because the lights are off, even though they're on in the background. A whole situation. But yeah, I think it's going to be relatively similar to that. It says, catch Pokemon while developing the renewed city, not only for your team, but also as part of the management gameplay elements. So, I'm assuming there will be some sort of Pokedex kind of completion task in this game. There always is in Pokemon. Even though this game looks to be very, very different to our standard Pokemon game, where you have to go around and get gym badges and everything like that. Obviously, in Legends Arceus, it was all about completing the Pokedex. In this game, it may also be about completing the Pokedex, but yeah, the main theme is going to be completing this town, or city, should I say. So, yeah, look, hopefully the Pokedex is relatively big. Hopefully there's a lot of Pokemon in there, but I don't think it's going to be, like, the main focus of the game. Like, that's just my opinion. It says, explore the entire city like an open world. The map is significantly larger than Lumiose City from X and Y. I mean, I'd hope it is. Like, Lumiose City probably takes, what, like, a couple of minutes to go all the way around? Imagine if that was the size of this game. It would be very, very underwhelming. I'm hoping it's like a kind of Los Santos situation in Generation 5 and GTA 5, where, you know, it's like a city, but it's massive, and there's loads of different places to go in the city. There's outskirts with wild Pokemon, there's kind of like forests and stuff, but it is still technically Lumiose City. That's what I'm hoping is going to be the kind of case with this game. I don't know if it is. Like, a lot of people think it might literally just be the city, and we're just stuck there. I don't know how they would make that work for, like, boss battles and stuff, unless it's like trainers, whatnot, because then there would literally just be nowhere to explore. It would literally just be in the city. So yeah, I'm hoping that's not the case, but either way, that's what they've said there. They then go on to say there will be a message saying that Mega Evolutions will play a crucial role in the story, linked with in-game cutscenes. So, I mean, they've already revealed Mega Evolution, so obviously we're expecting them to make them quite prominent in the story. I don't think it's just going to be some random post-game event. I think there'll be a lot of new Mega Evolutions, and we can Mega Evolve relatively early in the story. I mean, this is all for the next trailer, and I can't see all this dropping in the next trailer, by the way. Again, as I've always said, I think all we're going to get are the starters and a little bit of gameplay. We might see what the protagonists look like. We might get a little bit of character customization. We might get a couple of new characters introduced to us as well, like different ancestors and stuff. But I generally think that's it. I don't think we'll see any new Pokemon, any new Mega Evolutions. We might see, like I say, certain aspects of this redevelopment plan, but I really think it's going to be the bare minimum. It's still going to be hype as hell, because we haven't had anything for so long, and it will be nice to actually see gameplay of the game. Like, the game was announced in February, and we still have no idea what it looks like, which is really, really disappointing, but I guess if it's not coming out till next year, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, I honestly think it's going to be bare minimum, and then next year, when it's actually coming out, that's when they're going to go ham and start dropping, like, loads and loads of stuff about it, like new Megas, and maybe even, like, if there are new forms for the starters, they might even drop those, who knows. But anyway, it goes on to say, a teaser of a new battle mechanic also connected to the Mega Energy. That just doesn't sound something like I would like to see in this game. We don't need a new battle mechanic. We have Mega Evolution, which is the battle mechanic. You know, that is the gimmick for Legends ZA. We don't need them to kind of alternate it a little bit. I mean, if they were going to change it, it would be in this game, because there's probably not going to be any online competitive stuff. So if they were going to do something to Mega Evolution, like maybe you don't need items to Mega Evolve, etc., it would be in this game, because you can't use them online anyway. And then in the future, when we can Mega Evolve again, they'll just go back to normal, where you have to have the item in the Mega Ring or whatever. And then it says CGI cinematic video of various Zygarde cells alerted and beginning to walk towards a rendezvous. So I don't know. We might see Zygarde at the end of the trailer. Again, it will probably be something cinematic. I'm trying to think when we saw the Scarlet and Violet legendaries. It might have been the second trailer, to be fair. It was either the second or the third. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of obvious that it is going to be about Zygarde, or at least we think it is, just because it's Kalos and it's Pokemon Legends Z. Like, that just makes sense. But it could be something completely different. Like, it could be ZA because it's Rayquaza, and, you know, Rayquaza ends in ZA. It could be Z in terms of something else, but we'd like to expect it to be Zygarde. But like I say, I think this is just way too much in a trailer for a game that's coming out like next year. I just can't see any of this happening. As I say, starters, tiny bit of like the redevelopment plan, bit of gameplay, maybe the protagonist, and then that's it. And also they say this is going to be out on the 17th of August. That's, I believe, after Worlds. Would that be around the closing ceremony? But either way, that's that. Moving on, we do have another rumor to go over as well. Like I say, also posted on 4chan. This was posted on the 21st of July. And it's titled New Forms for ZA, and it's called Leek Licky. So I assume that's a play on of Licky Licky. But either way, the starters are Snivy, Torchic, and Totodile. So a little bit different to what we're used to seeing in these rumors and stuff. 3 starters that were not available as an option on the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I mean, the starters that were available on the Nintendo Switch were obviously the Generation 8 starters, Generation 9 starters, the Generation 4 starters, and then also Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and Rowlet. Were there any more? Obviously, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee had Pikachu and Eevee, but were there any more games? I can't even think if there were any more games. I feel like we've been on the Switch for so long, but yeah, the starter choices weren't actually that big. But either way, the 3 starters were not available as an option on the Nintendo Switch. Many more weren't as well, but they're just picking those 3. Many have the wrong assumption that Piplup is the water starter of the games. The starters will have regional forms and Mega Evolutions, which for me makes no sense. Like, what's the point of them having regional forms and then Mega Evolutions? What does that mean for the basic forms? You know, Serperior, for example, is going to get a Mega Evolution, makes it Grass Dragon. Or Grass Dragon is the new form. But what about the old Serperior? Does that not then be able to Mega Evolve? Like, it just wouldn't really make any sense. But either way, Serperior is going to be Grass Dragon, which is going to be the royal kind of Pokemon. Blaziken's going to be Fire Fairy, which is going to be the Fairy Tail Pokemon. And Feraligatr is going to be the Water Steel type, which is going to be the Night Monster. Again, in my opinion, if this was going to happen where we don't get the Generation 6 starters as the starters of Legends EA, then let's say Snivy, Torchic, and Totodile get regional forms, and then the Kalos starters get Mega Evolutions. That would be so much better because we'd get 3 new starter forms and 3 new starter Mega Evolutions as well, which would be very, very good. Anyway, moving on to the ride Pokemon. So we have Fast Travel in the Land. So it would be a regional Mudbray with a new evolution fighting type. The Item Searcher would be a Mightyena, which has an evolution, which is a pure dark semi-bipedal Pokemon. For swimming, we have a Love Disc evolution, which is Water Fairy, male and female form. For climbing, we have a Go-Go evolution. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. Imagine a Go-Go flying up, like climbing up a building just in the middle of Lumiose. It just made no sense. And then for flying, we'd have a Noivern evolution, which is Flying Dragon with 600 BST. So again, I can't see us getting like a ton of rideable Pokemon in this game. For me, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, it depends how big the city is. Like, if there is forests and there's different kind of outskirts and there's lakes and stuff all over the place, then yeah, that obviously makes sense that we would get rideable Pokemon so you can fly all over the place and stuff. If it is just constricted, like if we are just literally secluded to the city, then we're not going to need a climbing Pokemon. We're probably not going to need a flying Pokemon. We're probably just going to need a Pokemon that can run around fast, which will probably be Go-Go. And then maybe a swimming Pokemon for the kind of lakes and the canals and stuff. But even that might be a little bit of a push. So, yeah, it all depends on how big the city is, obviously, for rideable Pokemon. We might not even get any. And then there says new forms and evolutions. So Xerneas gets an ultimate form, which is Fairy, and Yveltal gets an ultimate form, which is Dark Flying. Zygarde does not have a new form. So yeah, I mean that's what I expect to happen. I expect Xerneas and Yveltal to get a form, just like Dialga and Palkia did in Legends Arceus, just like Kyogre and Groudon did in Auras. I think these legendaries will get new forms. And yeah, and I can't see Zygarde getting a new one either because it's already got so many forms. Like, I don't know how they would they make it stronger than the 100% like complete form, because that's already got such a good BST, and it's already such a good Pokemon. Like, would they make it even stronger than that? I just don't think that's going to be the case. Anyway, moving on, we have a regional Dragapult, which is going to be a Dragon Water type Pokemon. We have a Mega Chestnut, which is going to be Grass Steel, with Iron Barbs. Wait, so is that... I think they've just... These starters that were not available as an option, many have the wrong assumption that Piplup is the water starter of the games. The starters will have regional forms and Mega Evolution. Okay, so I think they've just worded this badly. I don't think they're saying the regional forms are gonna get the Mega Evolutions. I think it says the starters will have regional forms and the starters will have Mega Evolutions as well. But the starters that they're referring to with the Mega Evolutions are the Generation 6 starters, because here they say Mega Chestnut is going to be Grass Steel with Iron Barbs, Mega Delphox will be Fire Psychic with Magic Bounce, a Mega Greninja would be a Water Dart with adaptability, different form from Ash's Greninja. So okay, that's like I said, that's what I would like to happen. I would like to see 3 new regional starter forms and then 3 new Mega Evolution starter forms as well for the Generation 6 Pokemon. Barrel Evolution, which is going to be normal water, and then there's no new Evolution, no Mega Charizard Z, no Mega Mewtwo Z. Yeah, look, I'm still hoping for the day we get a new Evolution. It's been over a decade now. We did get one, you know, the last one was in Kalos, which was Sylveon. It'd be kind of cool if a decade later, or more than a decade later, the next evolution is also in Kalos, but it's like a Dragon evolution. And the only reason that we can't get it in present-day Kalos is simply because it's like an item that people just, I don't know, it just got lost in time or something. Like maybe it's like a Dragon Stone or something, like just some specific item that is unique to Eevee. And the only reason we can't get it, like say in present day, because we just lost it. Like it just, I don't know, they all got destroyed or something. But obviously if it's back in the time, we'd be able to evolve it still. So it'd be kind of cool, like 10 years later, or more than that, we do get the Dragon Evolution. And of course, it's the last special type from Generation 3, which we seem to be getting all the Evolutions for. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on these 2 rumors here. I don't believe the trailer one at all. I think this is just way too much for a second trailer. For this one, I mean, it depends how big the game is. Maybe we get this many rideable Pokemon, maybe we don't. But I like the idea of the regional forms for the starters and the Mega Evolutions for the Gen 6 starters as well. And also, make sure to do these events as well if you haven't already. Shiny Tatsugiri, 7-star Dondozo. Make sure to do all those as well. We also have this to quickly go over as well. Completely forgot to go over. This is a new Pokemon Sleep update as well. Cerebi update. The next Pokemon Sleep Growth Week event has been announced. It runs from the 5th of August through to the 12th of August as well. So yeah, quickly, just wanted to go over that as well for the new update for Pokemon Sleep. That's going to be everything from me though. If you enjoyed, drop a like down below. Let's try it at 500. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.